The Great Wall is directed by Zhang Yimou and stars Matt Damon, Tian Jin, Pedro Pascal, Andy Lau, Lu Han, and Willem Dafoe. The story is about Matt Damon's character William Garin, who is an 11th century European mercenary, who along with his companion Tovar, played by Pedro Pascal, in their search for gunpowder, stumble upon the Great Wall, which in this movie is a highly fictionalized, giant military fortress designed for one purpose: to keep out a vicious horde of monsters known as the Tao Te from coming into China and just wreaking havoc. The Great Wall has been described by its producer Thomas Tull as a new way of doing films because China is going to be the world's biggest market for films. They're just about to overtake the US. So a lot more studios are wanting to have Chinese collaborations. We've seen a lot of production companies cooperating with Chinese companies, and this is actually the most expensive American film ever shot in China. It has Damon and Pascal and Dafoe as the only non-Chinese cast members. The rest of it, the entire cast, is all Chinese people. It is meant to be this new way of filmmaking that we can cooperate the US and China to make these massive scale projects. And I respect that idea. I think it's fantastic. I'm very excited to see where that can go. But I really wish it was for a better movie, because as much as that idea is great, you need to put it into a product that people can go back to and think, yes, that was a great film. That really shepherded the new era. But this isn't. This is just a big, loud, dumb, generic action movie. There's nothing new about this. They have a director like Zhang Yimou, who has done gorgeous films with Hero and House of Flying Daggers, two Chinese films that I was blown away by how intricate they can be. Their action sequences, their characters, the emotion behind the stories were all so strong. And to know that this guy was directing this movie, I thought, okay, that's interesting. Let's see what he can do. He has style. He wants to make sure that the Great Wall looks as big and epic as it possibly can. The soldiers that line up the wall have all these beautifully color-coded armors. The design of the armors, it's all really cool. And the CGI for the first, 20 minutes does actually work. You're thinking, all right, we're getting into this. This is a decent story. And then it just falls flat on its face as soon as the first battle is over, because there's nothing else to make you think, wow, that was interesting. All the characters are just completely meaningless. Matt Damon gives an unfortunately awful performance. I like the actor, but I have no idea what the hell he was doing in this movie. Tian Jin is the only actually decent actor in this. That's really, you can see that she's giving all of herself into this performance, but the movie doesn't give her much to do, so it just really doesn't work. And then everybody else, this massive Chinese cast that I was so excited to see. Okay, well, I don't know these people, but I want to see what they can bring. They brought nothing. Half of them barely had 2 lines, and then we're just left with, oh yay, Matt Damon's the hero. Great. The Great Wall just takes itself way too seriously. The story has some interesting themes of trust and honor, but you just don't care because there's no actual characters. They're just cardboard action cliches. And especially the biggest problem for me was that the monsters that are meant to be this big adversary for the entire movie, you're meant to think, whoa, that's, oh God, our heroes are gonna really get it from those creatures. The fact that they have a queen as their leader, the fact that they're all communicated by one singular mind, and the fact that they all just rely on giant numbers to overwhelm the enemy, that's exactly the same as Aliens, Edge of Tomorrow, World War Z, Independence Day Resurgence, Star Wars Episode 1, and the Avengers. And it was so annoying. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to have some big faceless army. I want to actually get some detail in my enemies. I wanted that, and I just didn't get it. The Great Wall is just a generic kind of nothing movie. I probably will never watch it again. The characters were so boring. Matt Damon is just completely misused. The entire cast just doesn't belong here. There is some style there. I can understand where the director was coming from. He was trying to do all these really cool things, and there are some interesting production designs as well. But the result is just a unmemorable mess of a movie, and I'd have to say that The Great Wall is just not worth your time. So The Great Wall, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it in the comments below. There are going to be link videos down here or one over there. For more Mr. Movies, please press my little face right there. Thanks for watching.